Hi everyone, and welcome to another tutorial. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make this super cool Riptide lace bracelet. And this was designed by Looming by Maddie on Instagram. I will have her name in the description box below. But first I wanted to show you a little bit about this, or talk to you about this bracelet and show it to you. So this is the bracelet, obviously, but you can also make it into a pendant or necklace or anything if you just use one or two sections, but it's up to you. This is a pretty fluffy design. It's very comfortable on your wrist, and you can use any bands that you want for it, but I would probably recommend 300 pack bands, especially for these middle ones, just so it can keep the structure. And that's what I'll be using today. But anyway, let me bring up her profile here. So it is looming_by_Maddie. Like I said before, I will have her name in the description box below. You can check out her account on Instagram and give her a follow for me. And I will show you how to make this today. So what you're going to need is going to be a crochet hook. I'm going to use my double-ended one because it's a little bit difficult to show on just one side or on a rainbow loom hook. You're also going to need a seam clip at the end of your bracelet and some bands. I would probably recommend 3 colors to start, but it's up to you. So we're going to go ahead and get started. For the glitter gold in this bracelet, I will be using opaque black. Then for the Persian Ocean, which is the lighter blue, I will be using medieval neon green, the 300 pack kind. And then for the Egyptian navy, which is the darker blue, I will be using Egyptian burgundy. I think this is called. Again, 300 pack band. So to start, what you're going to want to do is get your hook, and you're going to grab your black band. Whoops, I almost lost that. You're going to grab a black band, cap it on your hook, take another black band, pull it through the cap band, and just simply reattach like so. Now you're going to take 2 black bands, taking your first one, pulling it through the first side, and then you can flip this around. I'm just going to go ahead and grab it off of my hook here. And you're going to grab your other black band, pull it through just the first loop on that side. So you should have something like this now. And what you're going to do is take your first neon green medieval band, and you're going to pull it through the center too. So you're going to pull it through the first 3, and then lift the outer 1. Rearrange that is on the outside, just kind of like so. Then what you're going to do is get some more black bands, and what you're going to do is add 3 black bands to each side. So you're going to take this first loop on and reattach 1, and again through just the first loop 2, and through the first loop again 3. Now once you have done this, you can take, oops, trying to grab it here, this loop, you're going to pull it over top of that neon green, push it into the middle, just like so on this bracelet here. And then you're going to take an Egyptian burgundy band, put that on your hook, and pull this through the first 4 loops. Make sure your bands stay in order. Before you close, you're going to lift the second loop, which is this black band here, and you're going to lift the 4th loop, which is the outside one. You're going to rearrange that outside one so that it is on the very outside. And once you have this, you can go ahead and slide this down your hook, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So here we're going to add 3 more black bands on. Put your first one on, pull it through the first loop, that's 1 band. Your second band through just the first loop, that's 2 bands. And your third band through the first loop, 3 bands. Now, once you have this, you're going to take this 4th loop, which should be your black loop, and you're going to pull it over top of that neon green medieval into the center. So you should have something like this. Next, you're going to take your Egyptian burgundy, pull that through the first 4 loops. You're going to lift the second loop and the 4th loop. Rearrange that outer loop. Make sure your bands aren't twisted. Then, what we're going to go ahead and do is grab another neon green band. I'm going to pull this through the first 7 loops, so these 3, and then these middle 4. You're going to lift the first loop here, which is your Egyptian burgundy, making sure your bands stay in order. You're going to grab the 4th band, which should be your other Egyptian burgundy, but make sure that they don't become like unorganized or untwisted from where they were before. Then you're going to grab these outer 3 loops, all 3 of them. and then rearrange that to the outside, just like so. Now once you have this, you're going to go ahead and grab another Egyptian burgundy band. Oops, grabbed one too many. Going to grab that band, pull it through the first 4 loops, which should be black, burgundy, black, neon green. So through those first 4, and all you're going to do at this point is just lift that outer one back on, and then rearrange that black one so it is on the outside again. Now you're going to grab a black band. You're going to pull that through just the first 2 loops on your hook, like so. Then you can go ahead and slide this down to the other end. We're going to do the other side now. Again, same thing that we did. We're going to grab a burgundy band through the first 4 loops, making sure your bands are in order still. And you're going to lift that outside black band, and just that outside black band, and then you're going to rearrange it to the outside of this one. And you're going to grab another black band, pull it through the first 2 loops. Now once you have something like this, you're going to go ahead and take 2 more black bands. This first black band will go through the first 6 loops on your hook. Before you close, you're going to lift this first band, this 4th band, and then those outer 2, 5th and 6th loops. Make sure that this burgundy stays in the middle, because it can come out, especially when we kind of close this section off here. So just make sure that it stays in the middle. You're going to grab this black band and then pull it through everything on your hook. Okay, you should have 8 loops on this black band here. Then you can go ahead and adjust it if you need to, untwist any bands that might be twisted, and this is your first section. So it can get a little confusing with all of the steps, so I will show you this one more time, and then I will show you how to finish it off. So once you have this, we're going to act like it is not the cap band, but that first band after the cap band. We're going to grab one band and pull it onto the first loop, and then switch this around. You just have to be kind of careful with this that your bands don't come undone. And I'm trying to do that again here. There we go. Grab another band, pull that through the first loop. So now you have this. Next, you're going to take your neon green medieval band, put that on your hook, and pull it through the center 2 black loops. So through the first 3, then lift the outer 1. Now at this point, you're going to go ahead and pull 3 black bands through each side. You're going to pull the first one to the first loop, kind of like a shell chainmail stitch if you've ever made that bracelet. Again, through there, and through there. And then at this point, you're going to grab the 4th loop, which is your black loop, and cross it over your neon green medieval. You're going to grab your burgundy band, pulling it through the first 4 loops. Make sure your bands stay in order. Going to lift the 2nd loop and the 4th loop. Rearrange that 4th loop so it's on the outside. And then we can go ahead and slide this down and repeat on the other side. So I will go ahead and grab 3 more black bands. Grab your first one, pull it through that first loop, then grab 2nd band through the first loop and 3rd band through the first loop. Now take the 4th loop, which is black, pull it into the middle over top of the neon green. Then grab your burgundy, pull that through the first 4 loops, lifting the 2nd and the 4th. Rearrange that black so it is on the outside. And then at this point we can go ahead and grab that other neon green medieval band, pulling it through the first 7 loops on your hook. Again, making sure your bands stay in order. You're going to lift the first loop, you're going to lift the 4th loop, and then you're going to lift the 5th, 6th, and 7th loops. So so those outer 3. Then rearrange so that those outer 3 are again on the outside. Once you have this, what you're going to go ahead and do is take your burgundy band, take your first one, pull it through the first 4 loops. This time you're only going to lift the outer 1 and then rearrange so that that is on the outside again. Next, you are going to take a black band, pull it through the first 2 loops, and close. Now go ahead and slide this down to the other end. You're going to do the same thing to this side. So grab this burgundy band, through the first 4, lift the outside 1, and rearrange so that it is on the outside. Then you're going to take a black band, through the first 2 loops, and close. So now you should have a total of 8 loops on your hook, 4 in the middle and 2 on each side. You're going to take another black band and you're going to pull it through the first 6 loops. You're going to lift the first loop here, then skip the middle 2 and grab the 4th loop, and then lift the 5th and 6th loop as well. Rearrange the 5th and 6th so it's on the outside. Make sure that these Egyptian ones stay in the middle. Then start your next section, or to finish the bracelet off, you'll just pull 1 black band through everything on your hook and close. So at this point, this is what your bracelet should look like, or your pendant, or whatever you're making. But I'm going to go ahead and stop the video here. So that's what it's supposed to look like. Hopefully it does. You might need to pull or untwist some bands if it doesn't look that way, or you may have just done it wrong. But anyway, that is going to do it for this tutorial. So again, to finish it off, you'll just pull 1 band through and then attach your C-clip at the end. But that is going to do it for this video, so thank you for watching. Make sure to give a thumbs up and subscribe. I will have Looming by Maddie's name in the description box below, so make sure to check her out on Instagram, give her a follow for me. But that is all I'm going to have for this video, so I hope to see you guys next time.